In 1996, Jonathan Larson created the musical Rant as an artistic response to the 1980s cultural environment and the struggles in the pandemic of HIV. In the musical, a group of young rebel artists tries to create a community under a roof of an abandoned storage nave. And among the many things that happened to them is the terrible death of one group member because of HIV. And while facing this tragic event, they sing together a beautiful song with the title of Seasons of Love as a way to make sense of their friend's death. And the song says something like this. I will not sing today. It says something like 525,600 minutes, 525,600 moments, oh dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife. In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in a life? How about love? How about love measured in love? How can we measure a life, a person's life? What is our worth? Last Sunday and today, we heard the stories of calling from Jesus to his new disciples. In my sermon last Sunday, I was talking about how Jesus' invitation to his followers made them make a transition in their lives from being simple people to becoming simple people with a purpose. But we still wonder how Jesus measured his disciples' lives. In the number of fishes they caught in the Sea of Galilee, there were not many of them. They were not very good fishermen. In their openness to leaving everything behind and accepting Jesus' challenging call, maybe. What was so worthy of Jesus' calling to this small group of people? Generally, we human beings, when we see people, we tend to see labels. This person's skin is too dark, this one is too feminine, that one is too fat, the other is too Latino, his accent is terrible, and this other is too conservative, and this one is too liberal, and this other is too young. But Jesus has other standards to measure our lives. In Jesus' eyes, we are wonderfully made, beloved sons and daughters of God, people who are called to bring ourselves into God's work today. Jesus measures our lives in love, in our capacity to love. And he walks the journey with us, inviting us to be the best version of ourselves in God. Today, we celebrate together the journey of faith of 5 of our young members: Jojo, Kira, Kobe, Olivia, and Zach. You 5 are wonderfully made. You are the beloved sons and daughters of God. And we are so proud that you are part of our parish. While you 5 continue your journey to adulthood, remember the disciples being called by Jesus in this story today. They were not perfect, as we all are not perfect. But as they did, you five can also try to live up to Jesus' standards. Make your lives be measured by love, and only by how much you love. Now we invite you, your parents and leaders, and the whole congregation to celebrate your lives among us.